Hi, I'm Dad.
And I am Bennett.
And what are we drawing this time around? I'm drawing with the Blakeley's, Bennett.
Oh, we are drawing Ennard.
Ennard, yes.
Leonard.
From Friday Night. You got me do it. From Five Nights at Freddy's.
Don't say
we
Friday
were literally we're talking about Friday Night Funkin' right before I hit record, so I think that's FNF and not FNAF.
I don't know anything about
FNAF.
I don't know anything about Friday Night Funkin'. Only that there's boyfriend and girlfriend, lemon demon, and that one thing they tried to keep that they held Santa hostage.
I don't know. Thank you to a number of people. William Afton.
Lemon demon.
Mr. Frogger 777, Dark Angel, and others. There was a bunch of people who suggested this one. So thank you to all of you. You guys can see them at home on the screen. All right, Bennett, shall we draw Ennard? People specifically, a lot of people ask for full body, so we're going to do full body. I'm going to start with the eyes, or the mask anyway. Not just the eyes, but the eyes of the mask. And then there's also the eyes. And Bennett, you were telling me, because I've not played... Is it Sister Location that this guy's from?
Yep, I have not also played it, so...
But you were telling me this is like an amalgamation of a bunch of animatronics?
Yep, all of them.
All of them?
That's all I know.
Alright, well there's the two eyes, and you can kind of see the... And this one, obviously, it's not actually an eye. It's an eye socket with just stuff in there. Do the eyebrows next. And I think before I go around the outside of the head, I am going to do his little party hat here.
It would be crime. No, a sin if you didn't do that party hat. Like murdering a thug and not looting him.
Hey, no. We're not doing a Fallout drawing. We're not doing a Bioshock drawing. We're doing a... Because I wasn't sure which set of thugs you were referring to there.
Oh, no, I was referring to Fallout New Vegas.
Alright, and then I'm going to do the outside of his mask here. So I'm not going to lie to you, friends at home. This is going to be a complicated one. With all those cables and wires and whatnot that make up Ennard. Whatever is going to be kind of a lot.
No, Dad, it's a shahi. It's a shahi.
Shahi?
It's a shahi.
A shehi? Oh, because it's a combination of he's and she's put together.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, it's an amalgamation, as you were saying to me.
Yep.
Well, there's its lower jaw, and then sort of its...
I'm drawing its weird, like, I don't know what the heck these are, like...
I actually can't see what you're drawing.
Like ribs?
I think the whole thing is just like cables, right?
Also,
am I crazy here?
Also, Dad, I don't think you've noticed this yet, but there's like little eyeballs.
Oh, I'm literally drawing one right now. Yeah, I've...
There's an eyeball somewhere in this? I don't see any eyeballs.
I think... Well, I mean, that's an eyeball, but what I'm drawing right here is an eyeball. See?
Oh,
that's an eyeball. That's an eyeball. That's an eyeball. That's an eyeball.
I'm just gonna take your word for it, because I can't see them.
They're not the easiest things to see. Alright. Moving down into the neck area, which again is just a series of cables here.
I'm laughing at a joke that I've seen from the Muppets before.
Okay.
It's like, so in the Muppets movie there, these guys are like selling the old Muppet feeder to the fame, and the two old guys are just like...
Settler and Waldorf?
Yeah, and they're telling the people about a plot, like a foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, well, I hope the something foreshadowing Or else they just bored the audience half to death. You mean half the audience still alive? Nice.
Alright, then they do the big exaggerated laugh.
I even saw a Family Guy gag where the guy with the bald head and the mustache, one of them, isn't there, and the guy's like, "Wow, this is actually pretty good." He enjoys the Muppets.
Funny. They just, as we're recording this, they recently made fun of those guys on Saturday Night Live.
How so?
They had Waldorf and Statler were at the Muppet Show, and then a couple of guys were the security, and they were like, "Man, you cannot heckle this show." And they were going on, and then they beat up Statler and Waldorf.
Wait, did they beat up like the Muppets, or were these like actual...
Yeah, these were human dudes, and they beat up Statler and Waldorf.
Wait, were these like Muppets, like the...
No, they were human guys. They were like full adults, dudes.
Oh, they were dudes that looked like them.
No. Waldorf and Statler were in the audience heckling Kermit while he was on stage.
Okay.
And these two guys started out by, talking about how they, can't heckle, and then they beat up Statler and Waldorf, and then they tried heckling Kermit, and then they found out they enjoyed it. And so they joined in at the end with Statler and Waldorf.
I'm gonna have to watch this when we're done with this. Because this sounds very interesting.
Alright. Well, this is going to be, going forward, there's going to be a lot of these.
Wires?
Yeah, a lot of the wires, a lot of the cables happening.
Audience, if you're wondering where I am, I'm behind a futon drinking Kool-Aid.
There you go.
So don't
How many of you are out there drinking Kool-Aid behind a futon?
Actually, no, I'm behind a mattress on a futon.
That's true. If we're being real honest, he's behind a
Wearing a jersey.
A hockey jersey.
A hockey jersey, yeah.
For the Minnesota Wilds.
Minnesota. I once told somebody these were the Timberwolves, but I meant to say the Wilds, but they're not the Wilds.
Well, they're the Wild. Let's go Wild, as the fans say. Which, honestly, gosh, don't tell anybody, but I'm not like a super hockey fan, which is kind of crazy for somebody who lives in Minnesota, but it's true.
My best friend, you guys, Smitty. Now he likes hockey. He also likes baseball, football.
Well, he plays hockey too.
He plays hockey. He's a big fan of all sports.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all American sports, I mean. There are some other sports in other countries that are kind of weird. Not to sound racist.
Yeah, no, nothing racist sounding about that.
Now I can see an eyeball.
I mean, if you've been watching me drawing, I just literally drew.
No,
one.
I literally saw where you were and I saw an eyeball. Dad, do you mind if I be right back?
Yeah, go for it, bud.
I need to go do something real quick.
Friends at home, he needs to go do something. I'm going to continue to do this. And hopefully you guys are following along. Sorry if I'm not sort of speaking enough. I really am just kind of trying to track where all this stuff is going. Or at least enough of it that it will make sense to you guys. So yes, sorry if it's a little less commentary than you're used to. Again, some of this stuff can be tricky to sort of maintain. And here's a little secret to part of this, and that is that you don't actually have to draw every detail. If you can get sort of a sense of the area, some of this will be shaded in.
Menacing stomp. Menacing stomp.
Oh, Bennett thinks he's menacing. So if you get enough of the basic details in here, you don't have to literally copy every one of these things that I do here. You can make the basic shape of it.
Man, this is gonna be a lot of shading.
It's going to be a lot of everything. I anticipate this being one of our longer videos just based on how much time I spent on my practice drawings.
Hot.
Just based on that factor alone.
I would say I will be right back, but I already did that.
Yeah, you already left and came back.
Do I only get to leave one time?
I don't know.
Oh. Well, I was gonna go get my tablet and do some waiting. But now I can stay.
Alright, the sound effects though are not required, my friend.
Okay, I'm sorry. Guys, have I ever told you guys that Dad doesn't like repeater?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the game Repeater.
Yeah, not a big fan of the game repeater.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a big fan of the game Repeater. Alright. Are you doing the music for Kahoot?
Yep.
Do 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 do.
Boom, 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 boom. Wait, are we gonna get copyright striked?
I don't think so. I don't know if our dee-dees and doo-doos are accurate enough to be considered.
Bum, 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 boom, bum, boom, bum, bum.
You know what? Just in case. Just in case, Bennett, maybe let's not.
Why not you not?
Okay, I won't.
You want what? Oh, sure.
Hmm?
You have a book called Common Sense?
I do? Where? Oh, yeah, that's a good book.
You have a lot of weird books on these shelves.
Thanks.
Audience, there's a bookshelf where the phone is that's recording this is. There's a lot of books. Like a book called Evadine.
Hmm?
All the way over there.
Avedon?
Avedon.
Richard Avedon?
There's also the book that I got specifically for like a birthday thing that Dad took and put down here. I don't know what. The Age of Autoscience.
The Age of Innocence?
That's like ADOLE.
Oh, Age of Adolescence. Mm-hmm.
Did you buy that book when you had me?
No.
Oh, okay.
A lot of the books that you're looking at, Bennett, are just art books.
I can tell from the very suspicious goblin one.
The very suspicious goblin.
Yes, there's a very specific goblin book that says. I don't even know what that says. Ugliest?
What?
That
Oh, Umberto Eco on ugliness. Umberto Eco is the guy's name.
And ugliness.
On ugliness, he wrote a book about ugly things.
Ah, that's why there's that gross, disgusting thing on the cover.
So as you guys get into the hands, one nice part about that is that they're mostly thick cables, so they are, there's less little details to do. Alright.
Capital 3 C's thick. I wonder. Well, that's not good. The computer has died. That has a reference image.
That's okay.
Boom, bum, bum, boom,
Sorry.
bum.
Trying to keep my head out of the way so people don't get, I always hate when I block people's view.
I know how you feel. I don't like blocking people's view at all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm acting to just show you what you clip of me blocking the view.
That would require more time editing than I am willing to spend on a video. I'll do a fair amount of editing, but...
Like cutting out lines and doing all that stuff.
Cutting out lines.
Yeah, like cutting out lines. Like if somebody says something weird. Like,
oh gosh.
Like if somebody says...
The people at home are going, they cut out some weird stuff. I feel like all they say is just weird junk.
Yeah, sometimes we do have to cut some things out, unfortunately. It's a really big shame.
It's mostly just Bennett swears.
What swears?
Mm-hmm.
I don't swear. I have never once sweared in my life. That's a bunch of crap.
You're right, that is a bunch of crap to say that you've never sworn. Sweared?
It's crap to say that I've never said a crap in my whole life. I've said a crap every single millisecond of my life.
Well, we know that that's not true. But also...
Almost.
A lot of people don't consider crap to be a swear word.
Like you.
So this, well, I don't consider it a swear word when I say it. This leg, you'll notice, is just like a big coil. And then...
What?
This, oh, you didn't get that part, huh? Oh, look at this! Folks, this is unprecedented. He's picking his pen back up.
Unfortunately, folks, I've been outwitted. I've been outsmarted. I've been, other words for bamboozled.
Wish I could say it was hard.
But it really wasn't.
And this other leg also has coils, but it has a lot more stuff within the coils, so you'll see that the coil is actually... I'm drawing all these wires in front of the coil first.
The coil really is a demon. Oh no, the cap it fell off.
Yeah, I saw that.
Where?
It hit my toe and went...
Which toe though?
My big toe of this foot. Speaking of feet, we're finally getting down
to the feet.
To Ennard's last foot.
That's a little bit weird, but okay.
What do you mean? What's weird about that?
Toes. Those are really weird. Oh, I'm not really.
Just people's toes generally are weird?
Yes, everyone's toes.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Your toes, my toes, dog's toes, elephant's toes, toes.
Alright.
And Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's toes. But Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's toes are really buff.
Let's hold on to those toe thoughts for just a second.
That sounds really wrong. What did you just say? Let's hold on to those toe thoughts.
Because let's color this, come back and finish this video up.
Okay.
friends at home.
Leonard and his wrinkly liney body.
Again, not Leonard.
Oh wait,
You know as well as I do, it's Ennard.
Oh, Ennard. He has more wrinkles than a grandpa's face.
Yep. And that's about as far down that road as I want to go.
Are you sure you don't want to mention anything else?
No, I don't. No. I don't want to talk about old wrinkly dudes.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Just
Like-
putting a little bit of a highlight on some of this little
You mean like your mom?
metallic shine.
I'm
No.
just joking.
How dare you talking about my mom? That's your grandma.
Grandma, if you're watching this, no, I didn't mean it.
I don't think your grandma watches this. Alright, well anyway, rather than literally just spending hours doing that, we should probably...
End the video?
Wait, you want this video to end?
Yes.
Yes, desperately. Desperately, he wants it to end.
Yes, I wanted to end so I could get that paycheck.
You already got paid recently. This guy, making it sound like I'm not paying him enough. Sorry. You gotta cut me off, Bennett. I'm just gonna... Do you see how many tiny lines I made in this guy? I'm just gonna end up doing this all night if you don't cut me
Stop.
off. Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
We need time that you should like and hit the subscribe button.
Hey now. That's a step too far. That's my job. On your screen, you should see our logo. Go ahead and click on that to subscribe. Ring that bell and you'll be notified each and every time that we put out a new video. Smash that. Don't forget to leave your comments down there. Until next time, friends, goodbye.